How to use flash power ratios for creative lighting. Imagine transforming a flat, dull photo into a scene full of mood and dimension with just a few adjustments to your lights. That's the power of understanding flash power ratios. These ratios compare the brightness between two or more flashes or between a flash and ambient light. They are expressed as ratios like 1:1, 2:1, 4:1, or 8:1. The numbers show how much brighter one light is compared to another. For example, a 1:1 ratio means both lights are equally bright. A 4:1 ratio means one light is twice as bright as the other, which is 2 stops brighter. Each stop doubles or halves the light, so knowing this helps you control contrast and mood. When you set a 1:1 ratio, the lighting looks even, with soft shadows and minimal texture. This is great for portraits where you want a smooth, balanced look. Increasing the ratio to 2:1 or 3:1 adds some shadows and depth, giving your photo more dimension. For dramatic effects, using 4:1 or even 8:1 creates bold shadows and high contrast, emphasizing shapes and textures. To achieve these ratios, you can adjust the power output of each flash or change their distance from your subject. Moving a flash closer makes it brighter, thanks to the inverse square law. Alternatively, lowering or raising the flash power setting directly changes how much light it produces. If you're working with a main light and a fill light, the ratio between them shapes the overall look. For a natural feel, a 2:1 ratio means the main light is 1 stop brighter than the fill. This creates shadows that are soft but noticeable. To measure this, use a light meter set to flash mode. Point it at each light source to see their relative brightness. This helps you keep your setup consistent and repeatable. You can also use flash exposure compensation to fine-tune the balance. Increasing the compensation makes the flash brighter relative to the ambient light or other flashes. Decreasing it dims the flash, giving you more control over the final image. Remember that at lower power settings, flashes tend to have shorter durations, which helps freeze motion better. But lower power also means less light, so balancing power ratios involves choosing between brightness and motion control. By understanding and adjusting flash power ratios, you can craft images with the perfect contrast and mood. Whether you want soft, even lighting or bold, dramatic shadows, controlling these ratios allows you to shape your scene precisely. Experiment with different settings, measure your ratios, and use your camera's tools to get the look you want. Mastering this technique makes your lighting more intentional and your photos more striking.